The ongoing drama between Regina Daniels and Senator Ned Nwoko has caused a lot of confusion across social media. While some accuse Regina Daniels of being a drug addict, others insist that it is Senator Ned Nwoko who is trying to frame her up. In this video, we will take a deep look into the person of Senator Ned Nwoko, answering the many questions people have been asking about him, and uncovering why he has remained at the center of controversy ever since he got married to Regina Daniels. Some of the key questions we'll be exploring in this video include: why did Senator Ned Nwoko marry Regina Daniels, a girl young enough to be his granddaughter? Was it true love, or was it to settle a secret deal between him and Regina's mother? Why did all his other wives leave him, except Laila from Morocco? Why was Regina Daniels allegedly initiated into a cult shortly after their traditional marriage? What really happened behind Somadina's arrest, Maurice Sam's setup, Tuma's arrest and public apology, Angela Okorie's public apology to Mercy Johnson? What is the true character of politicians who are also lawyers when it comes to cover-ups? Why did Ned Nwoko release a press statement claiming Regina Daniels was high on drugs? Is he truly a woman beater, or is that just social media talk? What is the real state of their marriage behind the cameras? And lastly, between Ned Nwoko and Regina Daniels, who really stand to lose more if things fall apart? So there, if you are truly interested in uncovering the truth behind all this drama, stay with us to the end. Our goal in this video is not to judge, but to bring clarity and truth to the public, because this whole situation has become a huge embarrassment to Nollywood, the legislative arm of the government, Delta State, and even Nigeria as a whole. So, if you love Regina Daniels and wish her strength through all this, please write your message of encouragement in the comment section. We love you, Regina. Now, let's ride on.
3, 2, 1.
Who is Ned Nwoko? Prince Chinedu Moni Ned Nwoko is a Nigerian lawyer, politician, and businessman. He was born on December 12, 1960 in Idumuje, Uboka, Delta State. Ned Nwoko studied law at the University of Kili in the United Kingdom and later obtained his master's degree in law from King's College, London. He was called to the English bar at Lincoln Inn before returning to Nigeria, where he became a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. Over the years, Ned Nwoko has built a strong name in politics and business. He once served as a member of the House of Representatives and is currently the senator representing Delta North Senatorial District. Apart from politics, he is known for his investment, philanthropy, and his marriage to popular Nollywood actress Regina Daniels. Now, let's discuss in details. Why did Senator Ned Nwoko marry Regina? Is it true love or a hidden deal? This question goes far beyond love or personal choice. It touches the very character and integrity of a man who is not just any man, but a lawyer, a politician, and a public figure who understands what the law says about consent, morality, and responsibility. A man of true integrity, especially one with education, status, and wealth, should know better than to build a home with a child he could easily mentor. Such a decision automatically puts his value and motives under serious question. Let's be real. When a man who has seen life in all its forms chooses a young girl enough to be his granddaughter, it is no longer about companionship. It becomes a matter of control, dominance, or hidden motives. It exposes the deeper side of his personality, one that may be desperate for validation or one trying to settle unfinished personal interest. Besides, Ned Nwoko is not a man struggling financially. He has the means, the fame, the influence, and even children from previous marriages. Yet, one after another, his wives left. From the first to the fourth, they all walked away. And that cannot just be coincidence. When women keep leaving a wealthy man, the problem is rarely money. It's usually character. So, what really pushes Regina Daniels into this marriage? Was she hungry? Was she in a desperate situation? Absolutely not. She was already doing well in Nollywood, loved by fans, and had a bright future ahead. So, what was the real link? Many fingers point to a strong, hidden secret between Senator Ned Nwoko and Regina's mother, Rita Daniels. A secret so deep that it could have forced a mother to give silent consent to what many still call an unnatural union. A marriage with a 42-year age gap. Regardless of how it sounds or looked to the public, whether it was love, obligation, or a deal sealed behind closed doors, one thing remains clear. This marriage was never ordinary. It raises questions that go beyond romance. It challenges morality, exposes power imbalance, and forces Nigeria to look deeper into the man called Senator Ned Nwoko. The man who knows the law but seems to live above it. So tell me, fans, if you agree with me, just write, "We love you, Regina." If not, kindly state your point at the comment section. Now we go to the next question. Why did all Ned Nwoko's wife leave him except Laila from Morocco? Before Regina Daniels came into the picture, Senator Ned Nwoko had already been married several times. One after the other, his wives left until Laila from Morocco, who stayed with him for about 9 years. Laila married him when he was around 51 years old, and by the time Regina Daniels came into the scene, he was already close to 60. Now, let's ask ourselves, why did all the other leave? What kind of man do women keep walking away from, even when he is rich, powerful, and well connected? Could it be that money is not enough to keep peace in a home? Or is there something deeper about his personality that makes it difficult for women to stay? When a man keeps going after younger girls, it raises a lot of questions. Is he doing it because he truly wants love, or because he enjoys control? The feeling of being the one in charge, the one who decides everything. A normal, emotional, stable man often wants a partner he can talk to, share ideas with, and grow old together. But when a man always wants girls much younger than him, it may show he wants obedience, not understanding. Many people believe Ned Nwoko likes power more than partnership. And even though he's a lawyer and a senator, a man who knows the law and should act with wisdom, he often finds himself surrounded by controversy. That tells you something about his inner character. Some people even say he uses his wealth and influence to control those around him. Others believe he hides behind the law to protect his image and make himself look right, even when the story may not be straight. And when you look closely, there is another pattern. The same way the last wife left him is almost the same way Regina Daniels is being publicly dragged today. There were stories of anger, hostility, and violence before the breakup, and now the same kind of drama is playing out again. So, what does that tell you? When history keeps repeating itself, maybe the problem is not the woman, maybe it's the man. So the big question now is this: what kind of man keeps losing women even when he has everything? Is it difficult to live with, or are these women just escaping something the public cannot see? We may never know the full truth, but one thing is clear: there is more to this story than meets the eyes. So, what do you really think about this? Do you believe Ned Nwoko is being misunderstood? Or do you think there is something deeper and darker behind all these failed marriages? Drop your honest thoughts in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. And remember, we love you, Regina Daniels. Now, let's go over to the next question. Why was Regina Daniels allegedly initiated into a cult shortly after marriage? According to what many online sources and close observers have claimed, this so-called billionaire women's cult is not about worship or witchcraft, but rather a secret circle set to bind rich men's wives to their husbands. They say the purpose of this initiation is simple: loyalty and control. Women who belong to it are reportedly warned never to cheat, never to betray, and never to remarry, even if the marriage ends or the husband dies. In exchange, the women are promised protections, wealth, and safety. Now, think about it. Why would any young woman full of life and dreams agree to such an arrangement? Was it love? Was it fear? Or was it pressure from people around her? Or was it a condition set by Ned Nwoko himself, a man known for his wealth, power, and deep connections? If this report is true, it says a lot about the kind of relationship dynamics that exist between the senator and his wives. It suggests a man who wants complete loyalty, not just in body, but in spirit. A man who wants to be sure that once a woman becomes his wife, she belongs to him forever, even if love fades or life changes. For Regina, this could have been the biggest decision of her life. Joining something like that, even for protection, could mean she is bound by rules she can never escape. But again, we must ask, was this really her choice, or was she made to believe it for her own safety? One thing is clear: such a deep and secret practice raises many questions about freedom, control, and trust in her marriage. So tell us in the comment section, do you think that billionaire women's cult story is true? Or do you think it's just a rumor made up to tarnish their names? Whatever your opinion is, drop it below and let's hear your thoughts. And once again, we love you, Regina Daniels. Stay strong. Please write this at the comment section if you actually love her and wish her well. Now, we come to ask this question: what really happened behind the scene? You know, after Regina Daniels got married to Senator Ned Nwoko, a lot of strange events started happening around people who were once close to her. But what really happened behind the scene? Now, let's look at the case of Somadina and his arrest. You know, a time came when Somadina was arrested by Ned Nwoko. Was it a coincidence? And shortly after Regina's marriage, her ex-boyfriend Somadina was arrested. Sources allege that Ned Nwoko used his influence to get Somadina arrested so that everything linking Regina to her past relationship will be completely erased. Could this have been a way to protect his new image, or to cut off all emotional ties from Regina's past? Some time ago, Maurice Sam was set up and he came to the internet and he will never act with Regina Daniels. Do you think that he had problems or issues while acting that movie with Regina Daniels? Why did he suddenly speak out angrily after acting a movie with Regina Daniels? Maurice Sam reportedly vowed never to act with her again, claiming he was threatened by Ned himself after expressing his feelings publicly. Was Maurice Sam only standing up for himself, or was he truly being silenced by power? Now, we also look at the case of Tuma, who came to the social media and said that he has evidences of Regina Daniels' atrocities, evidences of her infidelities. And sooner than we know, he was arrested. And when he was arrested, he was not able to provide the whole evidences, even though somebody like Showore came out for him. Yet an order, according to Showore, was standing strong against Tuma, that he would not see any person or the light. And we keep asking ourselves, what would have been the case? You know that when he boldly accused Regina of infidelity and even claimed to have proof, but sooner after he was arrested and his supposed evidence was allegedly destroyed. Later, he came out to make a public apology, looking lost, weak, and confused, especially through Lucky Udu TV. What really made him change his story so quickly? Was it fear or force? Please drop your thoughts at the comment section. The case of Angela Okori's public apology to Mercy Johnson, to Ned Nwoko, and to Regina Daniels. You know, the case of Angela Okori was another shocker. She has openly attacked Regina and Ned during her own fight with Mercy Johnson. But shortly after, she was reportedly set up, disarmed of her escorts, and dragged to court. Later, she came out to publicly apologize to Mercy Johnson, to Ned Nwoko, and to Regina Daniels. You know, an apology many believe was influenced by Ned Nwoko himself. Could this have been another move to silence anyone who tried to meddle in his marriage? So when you look at all these cases, Somadina, Morisam, Tuma, and Angela Okori, one can't help but ask, were they all victims of power, or were they just unlucky to have crossed paths with Senator Ned Nwoko? Now, there is something that we must take to note. Politicians who are also lawyers often have a special kind of skill when it comes to cover-ups. They know the law very well, not just how to obey it and how to use it to protect themselves. They understand what to say, what not to say, and how to twist situations in their favor without breaking any rule on paper. When scandals come, they don't panic. They act calm and smart. They use legal language, connections, and influences to bury stories behind their growing wings. They can make truth look like lies and lies look like truth. Most times, they don't fight in public. They fight behind closed doors using documents, silence, and power. In the case of Ned Nwoko, this side shows clearly. Being both a politician and a lawyer gives him the ability to control the story around his name, especially when it comes to his marriage with Regina Daniels. He doesn't shout or explain. He simply makes sure that what people see and what really happened are never the same. So, the true character of politicians who are also lawyers is that they are master of quiet control. They know how to make scandals disappear, not by clearing their names, but by controlling the truth itself. When the conflict between Ned Nwoko and Regina Daniels exploded online, what people saw first was emotion. Regina crying, shouting, and reacting strongly. But what came next was strategy. The very next day, Ned, who is not only a senator but also a lawyer, took to Facebook and released a carefully edited video. One, that clip focused only on Regina and his brother, completely removing his own presence or any footage that could place him in the center of the incident. Then came his statement, long, calculated, and filled with legal undertone. He accused Regina of being on drugs and skipping therapy. He presented photos of destroyed items and painted her as the unstable one. Everything about that post looked professionally crafted, not emotional, and that's where suspicions grew. A man trained in law knows how to shape perceptions. A politician understands timing and public image. So when both threats meet in one person, every response becomes a tool of control. Ned quick editing of the video, his choice of words, and his focus on defending his reputation rather than addressing the violent allegation all point to image management, not transparency. Could he be a woman beater? Maybe. Could he also be a master at cover-ups? Very likely. The way he handled the scandal shows deep understanding of public divisions, giving people something else to talk about: drug use, therapy, property damage, so that the main accusations, assault, get buried under confusion. In politics and law, this tactic is common. Control the story, shift the blame, and release your own evidence before anyone else does. Ned Nwoko did exactly that. Whether he proved he's innocent or just good at manipulations depend on which part of the story you choose to believe: the raw outburst of a woman in pain or the polished statement of a man with power to protect. So in truth, the signs don't just point to a random misunderstanding, they point to a man who understands that smartness lies with a man who understands that in the court of public opinion, the smartest liar wins when the truth has no lawyer. Question: is the marriage between Ned Nwoko and Regina Daniels over or not? From what we can see, the situation is very confusing. Regina has reportedly moved out of Ned's house, which clearly shows that there is a strong problem between them. But at the same time, her family keeps saying the marriage is not over. This makes it look like they are trying to calm things down or protect the image of the family in public. Regina herself has not said a word since the fight video came out. It's like she has been told to keep quiet, or maybe she's been persuaded to forgive and return. Some people even believe her silence is linked to the court oath she allegedly took when she got married, the one that forbids separation or divorce. Meanwhile, Ned has moved on quietly and quickly. When just a day after the fight went viral, he appeared in public smiling beside one of his other wives. That alone sent a message that he doesn't want to show weakness or regret. It was a way of saying, I'm fine, I'm in control, and nothing has changed. So, is the marriage over yet? Not officially, but from all signs, Regina's moving out, her silence, and Ned's public attitude, the marriage looks broken in private, even if they are pretending it's still standing in public. And the question is the marriage between Ned Nwoko and Regina Daniels really over? And who stands to lose more if it ends? Let's start with what we know. Regina Daniels has reportedly moved out of Ned Nwoko's house, but her family keeps saying the marriage is not over. That alone tells you that something is very wrong, but both sides are still trying to protect appearance. It's also important to remember that Ned never did any other form of marriage with Regina apart from the traditional one. There was no white wedding or court marriage. That means legally there might not be much binding them together in terms of paperwork, but culturally, and because of the alleged court oath said to have been taken, the marriage has a very strong spiritual tie, one that might have Regina's family afraid of the consequences of walking away. Now, look at how both parties have behaved since the fight. Regina has gone completely silent. No word, no post, nothing. It looks like she's been pressured to stay calm, possibly told to let it go, avoid shame or public disgrace. Ned, on the other hand, went public almost immediately, posting an edited video, releasing statement, and then showing up in public with another wife the very next day. That's not just coincidence, that's image control. He's a lawyer and a politician. He knows how to protect his name and make people look elsewhere. So, is the marriage over? On paper, no. In reality, it looks broken. They might still appear as husband and wife in public later, but emotionally and physically, they seem to be living separate lives. Now, we come to the last question. Who stands to lose more if things truly fall apart? Let's say Regina Daniels stands to lose more. Here's why. Her entire adult life and fame have been tied to being Ned Nwoko's wife. If she walks away, people may label her as the young wife who couldn't stay, and that can hurt her image in Nollywood and society. There is also the spiritual fear from the alleged court oath, which may make her feel trapped or scared of unknown. Lastly, she has 2 children with Ned, and walking away means she will have to fight for her freedom while protecting her son's future. Ned, on the other hand, loses little. He is wealthy, powerful, and already married to other women. If Regina leaves, he still has his money, his position, and his public respect. He can easily move on and even remarry without any real damage to his name. In the end, if the marriage truly breaks apart, it's Regina who will carry most of the pain, emotionally, socially, and spiritually, while Ned simply carries on with life. That's the painful truth about power and control in relationship like this. The stronger side always walks away looking clean, while the weaker one carries the story. At the end of the day, only Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko truly know what is happening behind closed doors. But one thing is clear: something is deeply wrong, and the world deserves to know the truth and the true personality of Ned Nwoko. Whether this is a case of marital misunderstanding, emotional manipulation, or a well-planned cover-up, the truth cannot hide forever. What matters most now is Regina's peace, safety, and freedom to speak her truth without fear or control. No woman deserves to be silenced, no matter who her husband is or how powerful he may be. So, what do you think? Do you believe Regina is being controlled and silenced, or do you think this is just social media exaggeration? Please, in your own words, carefully describe Senator Ned Nwoko in the comment section. If you love Regina Daniels and you want her marriage to be restored and peace come back again, please drop on the comment section. We love you, Regina. So let's hear your voice, because sometimes public voices can help bring out the truth. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep and fearless Nollywood stories. This is Icomania Gist TV. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your understanding. See you in our next upload. Bye for now.